Hey, mkoaje hapo? Of course, this is Kata Story Podcast. I'm your host, Jeff JJ. I hope you guys are doing well. And today I'm with Isra. Isra, say hello to them. And maybe you can also introduce yourself.
Yes, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'm Israel. Yeah, just simple Israel. And today I'm glad to be part of this Kata Story podcast.
Israel, welcome so much. And today there are certain things that now I want us to talk about as men. And this is now men talk. Yeah. Israel, when we were growing up, at a given point they were telling us that, I think you're familiar with this kind of words. Hey, man up.
Man up, yeah.
Man
sure.
up, right?
Yeah.
But now, right now, we find out that there are certain things that are very controversial from things that we were used to be told back then. Like, back then we were being told that, hey, mwanaume hufai kulia mbele ya watu. But right now, we are being told that, hey, mwanaume pia anafaa alie. Why is it that men cannot even cry, right? Why is it that men die inside without even letting others to come in and help them to solve their problem? So they're saying that these are some of the issues that are making men to kill themselves in silence. But then again, we come to realize that we're being told back then that, hey, as a man, you should learn on how to handle your own problem. But now we come to realize that there are a lot of things that are somehow very, very controversial. So for you, based on your point of view, how do you find the balance? Like, how should we balance between the modern way of bringing up men and the traditional way of bringing up men? Which one do you find is making men to a little bit become strong?
Yeah, according to me, Jeff, being a man, first of all, it's not easy.
Sure, not easy.
Yeah, it is not easy, manze. Someone once told me that when a girl and a boy is born, it's like starting a match that you're losing. It's already 1-0.
1-0?
At 0, yani game ikianza.
Yani 1...
Game inaanza ikiwa 1-0.
1-0.
Yeah, as in, that girl is already a step ahead of you.
Yeah.
Because being a man, first of all, it's facing challenges.
Yeah.
Now, there is that traditional way, as you've said, and there is the modern way of bringing up the modern man. Now, raising the modern man, nowadays, this thing called empowerment came. Now, after empowerment, that's when men realized that, actually men can open up their issues. Because long ago, you are being told that we hata usilie, mwanaume ni kujikaza manze. So unapata men going through hell over time, men are going through a lot, lakini haezi sema ati ataonekana yeye ni mnyonge. But thanks to empowerment, though, with this empowerment, it has its own pros and cons. Because as a man, really looking at it from the perspective of a man,
mwanaume sasa,
hata kama una open up usilie. Me, I'm not in for crying.
You're not in for crying, right? Yeah.
Because people are looking up to you as a man. You have a family, manze. Sasa bibi alie, we ulie. Who will comfort the other?
Yeah, but now these women are the one who are saying that, hey, si wanaume wetu pia, like they're talking about men that they can, ati nataka mwanaume mwenye pia anaweza open up, can cry on my chest, nimwambie, hey babe, things are going to be okay, you know.
But it's the same women who, after you cry, they'll use that as a weapon against you later. Or they look at you now as a weak man. Because you see, now crying, you are there crying at my things are not going on well. I'll rather cry to my fellow man than going to cry in a woman's arms. So Itakaaje by the way?
By naka weird.
Weird. Sasa surely umeshikwa ati baby unalia.
Things are going to be fine.
What are you crying?
Ati umefukuzwa kazi.
Yes, I've been chased, but I should be, because me being the leader, as a man, I'm the leader, and I should give direction. Nasema, yes, mi nimefutwa kazi leo, but things will be all right. I should be giving that hope, not coming back home to cry again. That woman should see me as a pillar, not as a cry person or... Yeah.
For imagine me nasema ati okay, problems are always there, and for me I think that there are always a solution to each and every problem. So for me I think that as a man, I'm not saying that opening up or crying is bad, but depends where and to whom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where and to whom.
And
very
to whom.
Important.
Very, very important.
Yeah.
Because for me, literally, Israel, if you come to me and open up, I'll be like, it's okay. There's a way we can solve that problem.
Yeah,
I can help you to solve that problem.
It's man to man.
It's man to man thing. Yeah. You understand? Where, okay, unaweza kuwa umekuja kwa wanaume unasolve problem yako, but now it's in a public area where even other women will be involved. You see, that's a very dangerous place. Our key point here is to try as much as possible as a man not to cry in front of children and women.
Yeah, exactly.
Just open up to men, waambie vitu zenye zimefanyika, and at least things can go. I think they will help you to solve those problems, because at a given point, the birds of the same feathers, this is how they understand each other very well. Yeah. So for me, I find I prefer the traditional way of building up men more than the modern way. The modern way is killing our men so much. They're trying to put... okay, you see, now the problem is that they are... okay, it's very, very... it's becoming unfair, because if you look at it from this perspective, a woman, if it's amekataa kulia, ana solve problems zake kivyake, they will point at that lady and say, this woman is strong. Now we like this lady. This lady is standing up for herself. These are the type of the ladies that we need in the society. You understand? When a man stands up for himself, he does not cry in the public, they will point at this man, is like, hey, stress itakuwa. At least try to open up. So somehow I think it's becoming unfair that at this point the modern society is trying to imbalance these things. They're trying to masculate, I don't know.
To masculine the feminine.
To masculine the feminine. And to
feminize the masculine.
Yeah.
If there's an English like that.
If there's an English like that. And I think that is not fair at all. So there are certain things that were happening back then, the traditional, but nowadays they're not happening anymore. I want you to give me your take on them. Number one, you find out that back then, privacy was something that was put into a consideration, whereby you find out that, you see, kitambo, there's a boundary between a man going to the kitchen or involving himself in duties that were meant as to be as for women, you understand? Right now, you find out that it is being said that hakuna duty ati ni ya wanawake na ya wanaume. Kila mtu anaweza fit. Kila mtu, mwanaume unaweza fanya kazi, unaweza ingia jikoni. I'm not saying that those duties are specifically for women, but you find out that kitambo, those are roles that were for women. But right now, you find out that both women and men, hakuna ati specific kazi ati hii ni ya wanawake, hii ni ya wanaume.
Exactly.
Hiyo boundary ilitolewa. What's your take on that?
So in this case, Jeff, you know, the gender roles in the traditional African setup, I think in a way they defined these two sexes. They differentiated the male and the female. And you found that men used to do what men do, and women had their own specific roles. But talking about this empowerment thing, stuff, quote unquote, that came I'm not in any way against it.
Yeah.
But nowadays they say that what a man can do,
A woman
can do better.
Yeah.
Or so we should share roles. I'm not in any way against that. Because it is good to share roles, because in this modern era you find that nowadays women also get jobs. Women don't want to stay in the house babysitting
and watching Netflix.
They also want to go out there.
They want to bring something to the table.
Exactly.
At least they want to changia kwa hii relationship. Waone hata mimi pia nimeinvest kidogo, and that's good, it's okay.
Yeah, which is very okay and which is very commendable about them. But in the other way, you find that so if kama sisi tumeenda wote to work, so how do we go about these roles? Because I should go about them, but that aspect and that recognition of myself as masculine, don't tamper with that. Just know that yes, we are supposed to help one another, but don't be entitled that it is a must for me to do that. I will do that, just because, you see, actually, let me, for lack of a better term, trying to be romantic.
Trying to be romantic
is what will make me do that.
It backfires at a given point.
Backfiring?
Because let's take it out in this situation whereby, okay, I'm not saying that it's bad, but you find out that it's maybe there's these two young couples, wanaanza, si ndio? You find out that at a given point, boy anaweza pikia dem, so you get dem anapikia boy. So they find it out, this romance, si ndio? But for you as Israel, it reach a point where by now you have kids, you don't want to be in the kitchen. But now, because ilianza as a romance, now your wife will want you to be in the kitchen.
You see, now the problem is, that's why I've told you about entitlement. So you see, me trying to help or trying to show you love does not mean that you're entitled, that I'm supposed to be doing that like it's my role. It's not my role. I have my roles, which the sole purpose of a man in that relationship is to be the provider of the family. I'm the breadwinner. I'm the vision bearer of that home. So there are some things that you should not put me into. I'm here handling this, handling A, B, C, D, making sure that all of you are comfortable. Then at one point, you also want me to be in the kitchen. I wash my own clothes. Then what was the reason of me marrying you? What was the reason of me marrying you?
No, that's not the problem right now, because if you bring out that, they will say that that's a, maybe say an old-fashioned thing, like, you know, at me coming back at home, you find me in the kitchen, cooking for you, you know. Kama umenitangulia kwa nyumba, sio pia unaweza pika, you understand such kind of things. Mi si lazima nikufulie sijui nguo, you understand? I mean, you're also capable of doing that. You understand? So at this point, they call it that's maybe old-fashioned thing. They don't want to be part of it. Like things has changed. That's what they say. So what do you think about that,
Jeff? Mimi, from my take as Israel, one thing I would love is I'd rather be old-fashioned and to save my relationship and my marriage, rather than to adapt to the trends and to mess up everything. Because it is these same women, you don't want to cook as a woman, you want us to come back home at the same time, which is, I'm telling you, who does that? I need to come back home and to find my woman at home. So how as a man I'm coming back home and finding myself? Imagine niko kwa nyumba surely. Hata jokes aside, imagine niko kwa nyumba. Okay, nimefika niko peke yangu. Let's say nimerudi kwa nyumba saa 3. Where is this woman? Sijampata. Mimi natoka job saa 3 tuseme latest. Then nimefika kwa nyumba saa 3, ati my woman ako job, hajafika.
Kazi ilikuwa mingi,
hajafika. I'd rather be old fashioned. As a woman, know that hata kama umetoka huko nje kwenda hustle, you know your place as a woman in a home. You know my husband needs this. Na unapata this is why men wanajipata they go out. Unajipata mwanaume ameenda huko nje to find someone who can do these things that you are refusing to do. Because wewe mwanaume anasema I need to, nataka food yenye my wife amepika.
But you have to tell them something that see it's literally your job to cook for your man, but just men find it attractive when
I eat my wife's food.
They just find it attractive. Food, see but I think that's how you see those are some of the roles zimewekwa for nurturing. Kupika, kusafisha nyumba, that somehow kind of kunurture. And a lady, you find a lady attractive kama anajua kunurture.
You see, there is something we call the law of nature. And this is what people are trying to go against.
They are trying to edit
the law of nature. Nature defines you as a woman, and nature defines me as a man. You are feminine and I am masculine. So and
even at a given point we don't share the same hormones.
We don't share the same hormones. First of all, don't try to be masculine because no matter how you try, you'll never be masculine. Nature ilikuweka, you are there as a feminine. And there is this, you must honor and submit. So don't try to pindua the roles. Now you want us to be at par.
There's a lady once told me that in future I want a man who is very submissive. So I'm trying to imagine how that relationship will work. A man who is submissive. Akimwambia ati hey, hebu enda upike. Mwanaume anaenda
anapika. It can't happen. Because men are wired to be respected. You see, a man doesn't see ati yeye ati unamwambia unampenda. Hiyo haitaingia hapa. The only way a man will know that you love him, a woman, a man atajua this girl truly loves me, is respect.
Take notes.
If you respect this man and you honor this man and you are submissive, men love women that are submissive. Man say you can listen to me. Because men naturally, they were wired to dominate. Women were wired to. That's why a man will never be moved na gifts. Ati sijui umemletea sijui nini.
Sinaona
kuangalia tu na kuambia thank you man.
Sinaona siku hizi kuna wanaume wengine wanaletewa flowers and like hey.
Sasa you see now that's where now the problem comes. You see, as a man, men sisi we should treat a man's job. That's why unajua even the Bible, it tells us that women submit and men love your wives. You see, aisemangi women love because God already knew that women have love.
But do you think now these people are going against it because you find out that they just walk around and ask these women, are you willing to submit to a guy? They will be telling you, no, I cannot submit.
Then that is a person who is still premature. That person should not even think of marriage or relationship.
But for me, at a given point, I just think that people do submit because you find the same people are submitting at their workplaces.
Because how can you submit to your boss, then you come back to your home and fail to submit to your husband? Your husband, I'm telling you, men, they love respect and peace. Once you give them those two things,
peace of mind,
yani akayakijua mimi when I come back home, manze, I've been fighting out there, I'm coming back to a place of peace. So mimi nikirudi, yani mimi nirudi nipate at least mimi amenichemsha.
Lakini ukirudi explain.
Nikirudi kwanza hata sijafika, umenichungulia hapo kwa dirisha, wacha ingie. Naingia. Hata there is no that at least ka love that I'm feeling.
But they see that women crave for drama.
Umetoka wapi? Sijui nini? Sahi nini? Unaangalia shati niko na kama supu. Unasema ni alama ya
sijui.
Perfume si ni ya nani?
Si yenye ulitoka nayo hapa.
And I've been in meetings. I've interacted with so many people. So mi hata nikirudi na perfume.
When siku hizi watu wamenormalize kuhug.
I've interacted. So mi tuseme job nimepatana na stress. Then nimerudi kwangu. At least as a man, siweke hata tumaji kwa bafu at least. After nimeoga na nimekula, at least sasa anza maswali. Sasa uja settle. Now something lies to you that as a woman, now we are at par, now we can argue, we can sijui nini. Mse, that's how men disconnect. Na wakisha disconnect. Argument. Mna disconnect. Hivyo tu.
Instantly.
Anarudi as a woman, ujampikia. Kwanza unamwambia it is your job to, I was waiting for you to cook. We are both coming from work. Surely what is that? Now, it is this thing called empowerment. You see now reversing the roles of nature. Because as a woman, ukishajivu, you are a man. Something in you tells you that hata mimi I can be a man. But you end up hata na hizi mavitu za lesbianism because you feel I'm a man. I can handle a woman also.
I can also have my own
woman. Because it's good to be feminine. Accept yourself. You are a woman.
But they're saying that hizi roles zenye mmeweka ati ni za wanawake. Who came up with them? That ni wanawake peke yake ndio wanafaa wazifanye.
That's why I'm telling you. You see, there is something called the law of nature, the natural law. It was orchestrated by God, and everything was just aligned in that way.
Like let's put it this way. For example, tunaweza kaa hapa alafu let me say kuna a log nzito imeanguka pale, si ndio? Let me assume that when ni dem, si ndio? You see, hakuna mtu mwenye aliketi chini atuambia ati wewe ndio unafaa uende utoe hiyo log pale, uweke pale. Kuna ka instinct itaniamsha tu, hata kuna mtu mwenye ataniambia ati amka uende ufanye hiyo stuff.
As a man utajipata tu umetoka
umeenda kuitoa. Lakini hakuna mtu mwenye ameniambia ati hey, sasa si hiyo log imeanguka pale,
go and share, go and carry together.
Go and carry together.
As a man,
a nature instinct.
That is natural. Yani it was wired like that. God wired it like that. That's why alisema a man, you will toil and you will eat of your sweat. And akaambia Eve, the man will be your head. You will submit to him. Na wewe you will give birth in pain. Hakusema both of you will toil. Meaning the natural law ilikuwa a man should be a man. Na kuna tu vitu, kuna masheria zingine zenye they are done by men, and na kuna vitu they were wired to be done by women.
I think even based on our maybe physical appearance, I think there are certain jobs that literally you're meant to do.
Exactly.
You can literally do them perfectly than the woman. There are certain roles that based on her, let me say, physical appearance and makeup, I think there are certain jobs that she can do literally better than us.
Exactly.
So why can't we just impress them and do with them? But you find it very controversial because you find out that men tend to embrace the traditional way of things, but women say that the world has developed or has evolved to a given level whereby now the traditional things, maybe traditional roles does not exist anymore. They don't add up. But do you find it controversial in this way whereby a woman needs a man to be tradition based on their roles, but for them they don't want to be tradition based on how men want them to be? Because we find out that if you ask each and every woman right now what type of a man that you'd like to have or be with, they will count for you some things like, hey, I need a man who is maybe responsible, financially stable, certain things. Like all of these things will revolve around security, financial security, you know. Even the tall, masculine, you understand. All those things evolve through around security. But all these things were considered as the traditional way of a man building up himself. But now if you bring it out to them, you are like, hey, mimi nataka mwanamke mwenye ananipikia, ananifanya nini, anakuambia that's a old fashion thing. So how do you find it? Because now they are saying they want traditional men, but for them, if men want traditional women, they're saying it's now outdated.
I think from my perspective, that is becoming selfish.
Selfish.
Yeah, from my point of view. Because how do you expect, okay, you want a man who is financially stable. When this man goes out to hustle, aende arudi late, afanye nini, you will still complain. And you want him financially stable. Huyu when akiwa busy akose kukupea time, pia you will complain. And you want this man to also love you while being financially stable. Then so you see all these things, there is the good side of it and the bad side of it. But you as a woman, you don't want, when this man gives you his conditions, you also don't want that. So that is being, I think, selfish. Because if you want me to be financially stable, then, okay, I tell you, for me to be financially stable, I need your support in A, B, C, D. When I wake up, at least the bare minimum you can do, see how I'll be prepared for work in terms of mimi nipate nguo, I get some good water to shower, as in I need that support. But that the least you can ask for, she doesn't want that, but yeye anataka you do it for her. Then you find that nyinyi wote, she wants a financially stable man. Then what is the reason or what is the motive behind her also? Assuming I'm financially stable, I don't expect you to kuniambia you are also going sijui kuhustle, sijui kufanya nini. See, I'm financially stable, and that's what you wanted. So if that's what you wanted, then do your roles. Usianze kunipe excuses at oh, I'm also hustling. If you knew that you are also hustling, you would have dated me as a broke person. So that me, I'll come and find you financially stable.
Financially stable.
Yeah, so that is, hiyo inaweza kuwa excuse. But if you want us to be traditional, then also take up your traditional roles. It doesn't
take your traditional garment.
It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up to being mistreated. Because even as men, you need to be good men. You know that this woman, yes, najua to some extent, anafaa nifulie. But if I have that time to do that, I can do it for myself. If I have that space ya kukusaidia, I'm willing to help. But
you say that it's not entitled to you.
It's not entitlement, because at least inaeleweka. I can help in, tuseme the woman is pregnant. Hapo siwezi apply ati you are a woman now, you are traditional roles. Akili, mtu akona akili timamu, hata mwenda wazimu anajua. If this woman is pregnant, kuna vitu tena haezi fanya. Common sense. I'll also take your clothes na nitoke nazo na nioshe. So hapo hata nikigeuka nirudi kukua,
ama uite sis wake awasaidie. Hapana,
kuita sis italeta itilafu. Yeah, you know men, they also, men are visual beings. What a man sees is what directs you. And so if you see things that, men are visual beings.
But let's put it out this way, Isra. In this situation whereby now, unafanya kazi, sindio? Okay, you have a lot of things to handle. Businesses, maybe say, your projects. But now you're not in the position to be in the house from morning to evening. Understand? Maybe unatoka nyumba kitu kama saa 2 na unarudi maybe saa 12 jioni. You won't find that time. And literally for those who are, when wanafanyanga kazi, kuna some kazi zingine wakirudi kwa nyumba, there's some extra work that they do. So you'll find out that kubalance the two will be very difficult for you. So how will you find it to balance the two? Because huwezi rudi kwa nyumba, upike, ufue nguo, you understand? So how will you handle it?
So concerning that, if she's not in a position to do, I think time is created. Because mimi I believe tuseme, let's say I know that I don't have the time to cook hiyo kupika, that whole process. I think mimi time naweza pika, I'll rather cook food yenye at least hata kama haezi pika, she's in a position anaweza simama na maybe ajichemshie ama kitu kama hiyo. So you can do quite a lot, alafu you leave it to her. Yeye it will be easier for her kuliko to start the whole process. Ikifika ni laundry, you create time. Masa yenye unaosha zako pia, you make sure hata kama utaosha zote unaifanya in bits, just to make sure at least you help.
But under one condition, that is not entitled to.
Yeah, she's not entitled. Once you are back on your feet,
back to normal.
Back to normal. Back to normal. You see, it is not good also to be so masculine. Na pia, it is not good to be pia, yani, in short, you need to be balanced. You know where to chip in, where to help.
I think Nini, when we talk about masculinity, I think this is something that comes out with understanding, because I find it, when you say that you should not be too masculine, it's a way that at a given point should we be feminine at a given point?
Not being feminine, as in, you know, you can mistake masculinity for chauvinism.
No, okay, there's these two things. Now, there are those who will mistake masculinity with toxicity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
don't be toxic.
Yeah, let's don't be toxic, but I embrace masculinity.
Yeah,
but
toxicity,
no. Because come to think of it, maybe you are talking about a lady who is pregnant. Ako 8 months
pregnant.
So imekaribia, mtoia anaanza kucheza alafu umemweka hapo, hata umejua kuinama, hata kufua manguo haezi, si ndio? Hata kupika sometimes inaweza kuwa very dangerous for her. You understand? So at that point, kama unaanza kugombanisha bibi yako, unampiga, sijui mbona hujapika, that's not being masculine, that's being toxic.
Exactly.
I understand, right?
Yeah, so you know where to help. If you see she's overworking, you use your common sense as a man. Hapa she needs help. Okay, nimempata, tuseme I've arrived, nimefika nyumbani, nimeona kuna nguo ameweka hapo, anafua. At the same time, nasikia ako kitchen anapika. Na saa hizo niko free. Just use your common sense na ujue huyu si punda.
Si punda.
Yes, si punda pia.
Yeah.
Kama umeona she's handling 2-3 things at a time. Umeingia sitting room, umepata inakaa vile inataka, yani it's not aileti shangwe. Why don't you see, the least you can do is to make that place tidy, at least tokea hapo, if you're in a position.
Do you think that one depends on the type of the lady? Because let's bring it out this way, Isra. Okay, you see, let's bring it out in these two perspectives, whereby now we have wenye wanajiweza. You see, for example, if you are super rich, there's no need, utaika bibi yako aje anafua manguo na kuna washing machines, ndio? How will you find it like, sasa even at that point, kuna kazi zingine utakuwa umemfanya, utakuwa umemweka nafanya like, hey, you can go and rush and handle that business of mine, kufanya hivi na hivi na hivi. But now, what you're talking about in a perspective whereby young couples wenye bado hawajiwezi. You understand? Hawajiwezi. But now, at that point, I think if you know very well that this is my duty or my role in this house, why do you want to assume that you are not going to do it? Because everything is hard. Kila kitu inachosha. Hata kuamka kwenda kazi kila siku inachosha. But hakuna siku yenye boss ataelewa ati hey, huyu jamaa amekuwa akiamkia kazi kila siku. Acha leo pumzike. You always see radio presenters kila siku saa 12 asubuhi. Lazima umsikize. Si ndio? Inamaanisha lazima mke asubuhi aende afanye hiyo job. Hata kama inachosha aje. Lazima kuwe hapo. So for me, I don't think we should bring this like idle laziness. Kama umejua kazi yako ni kufanya hii na hii, please just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. Inachosha, yes, but that's what has brought us in this world. You shouldn't be happy with whatever thing that you are doing. Hey, this job is not making me happy. Who told you that you should be happy with it? Because everything is not making us, like ni ngumu kila mahali. So whenever you are getting into something, know that it's hard. It's not there to make you happy. Yeah. So it's not there to make you happy. Just do it and make sure that whatever work that you're doing is done. But if you embrace laziness, literally kuna venye hata wewe, for example, umeacha kama nyumba, you are like, una expect kama nyumba ukirudi inafaa ikuwe safi. Na umerudi, umepata kama ni chafu. There's a given point, hata wewe, naturally utaanza kudevelop, they make their own decision. Should I go and look for someone who at least is clean? Umepata dem fulani yeye ni msafi. At a given point utaanza kuchange mind yako, utaanza this lady is clean, I need a clean woman. Sindio? You see now at that point you won't be in the position to understand that my lady sometimes is very tired. Haizi safisha nyumba, sindio? Just the same way unaweza kuprovide inakuanga kazi ngumu. Lakini ukirelax ukasema ati hii kazi ni ngumu, mimi siwezi provide sahi hii kazi ni ngumu. It will reach at a given point, itafika yenye dem hata kuwa ana understand that my husband has been providing for us, this work is tiresome. Atakuwa zaidi that this guy has failed to perform his duty. Let me try to look for someone else mwenye anaweza perform hii duty, si ndio? So for me I think kazi zenye tunafanya, they are there for us to perform them. They're not there to please us at all. So let's just do them. Alright, so Papa, as we are coming to close, your final remark?
My final remarks is we've talked about masculinity and femininity, and let everyone take up his and her role vizuri. Yes, there is that excuse that there is no role for this gender and this gender, but for a relationship to work, there are some natural things that both of you should understand about each other. And when you play your part in a relationship and your partner plays his or her part in the relationship will work as long as none of you is lazy.
We put laziness aside. Okay, nawaambia hivi, hizi kazi zenye tunafanya in this world, they're not here to please us at all. So stop crying to us that I'm not happy with whatever thing that I'm doing. They're not there to make you happy. However hard they are, it was written that it has to be hard on our side. And remember that moment that you will stop to perform it, that's the point that will come to realize that there are certain things that will get away from you naturally. So you see, nature does not understand that, this work is very tiresome to Jeff. Jeff is not happy with this work. The moment nimeacha work hard, ndapata kwamba hata mimi siwezi lipa rent. Now I'm an enemy to landlord. Certain things like that. So whatever work that you are doing, let's just play our role. Let's stop this laziness. You did not come into this earth to be lazy. Just do whatever thing that you are doing. And that's all. See you in our next episode. And this is Carter's Story podcast with Jeff JJ. See you in our next episode. And before that, maybe you can tell them the platform that they can find you.
You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X, TikTok. On TikTok is Israel. On Facebook is also Israel Midio. YouTube, Minister Israel Midio, by the way. Yes, I'm a minister also apart from being a podcaster. On all those social media platforms. On WhatsApp, you can text me via 0792 22 61 92. Bye-bye.
All right, see you.